Come make a snowy forest cookie with me. Let's start by using our edible pen or scribe to just draw a line on the horizon. This will just delineate where the sky is going to be versus where the ground's going to be. Then we're going to come in with our navy blue royal icing, and we're just going to outline the top of this section. Oftentimes I'll go over an outline a few times, especially if I'm adding a lot of icing in between it, like we will for this one. So after you outline it, you're going to fill it with the same icing. But I didn't feel like I needed to do that for, I think, every single cookie that was included in the North Pole set. And I think that's just because sometimes if you have a slightly thicker icing, like this navy blue is, I just didn't feel like it was going to spread and overflow, so I didn't need to build up kind of an extra border wall with that outline. As long as I had the outline there, it was good. And then I'm coming in and just looking to add a very even layer of icing for this sky, and I'm going to use my scribe to make sure that I even it all out, make sure it gets all to the sides. And you can see a little bit of the waviness from the light shining on the cookie. This can be a good indicator of if you need more icing or if your icing is still settling and where you might need to move it around. This is why I like to shake my cookie, and I'll use my scribe to do that because you can see it really leveled out a lot of the icing a lot nicer after it was shaken. And then I'm going to come in, I'm adding white icing to just a blob on it to my paper towel next to me, and I'm dipping my scribe into that icing, and then I'm taking the tip of that scribe and I'm tapping it onto the blue. This is a snow scene we're creating. This is a snowy forest, so we want to show that snow falling. If I tried to use my white icing and just added dots straight from the piping bag, they would likely just look too big. And so I'm using this scribe dipped in white icing to have a little bit more precision, and we can have some different size snowflakes falling. And we're just looking to add them all across this cookie, kind of without any sort of rhyme or reason, because that's how snowflakes look when they're falling. But we do want to make sure we're going all the way to the edges, on the top, on the sides, on the bottom. I know it's a circle cookie, so to say on the top and the bottom and the sides is a little odd, but the top and the bottom and the sides of this abstract shape of this navy blue onto the cookie. And so that's why I'm spinning it and just making sure that we're getting it all the way around. After we've added all of the snowflakes, we're going to come in with the white icing and outline the entire bottom third of the cookie. So the uniced section right up against the blue. I like to always outline against my other shapes so that I can keep my line consistent. I have multiple times filled in, particularly with a hybrid icing because it's a little thicker. It's not a flood icing that's just going to kind of even itself out. With a hybrid icing, if I don't have that line against my other icing colors, my other icing shapes, I can have a weird kind of wiggle that shows through. So I always like to outline the whole area. And then once again, you're going to come in with your white icing and you're going to fill in your outline. And we're just looking to make sure that we have enough icing in the entire section. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to go all the way to the edge, because that's when we're going to pull in our scribe and make sure that it goes all the way to the edge and even it out if we need to. Once your icing has dried, you can see this has done that here. It has matted over, it has crusted. It's not as shiny anymore. We want that for the blue and the white section. We want that all to be dried. We're going to come in and just do kind of a triangle tree shape. Now, if you really have a lot of patience, I do not. You can do this in 3 stages to have different tiers of your tree. I did not have the patience, so we went with a triangle. And then we're going to let that dry again, and we're going to come in with some more details. We're just going to do some squiggles on the snow to just make it look like it snowed a little bit more, no rhyme or reason. And then we're going to do 3 squiggles across the tree. This is going to show our delineation to make it look more like a tree. And the bottom squiggle is going to be the bottom of the tree. And this will create our snowy forest cookie. This is completely optional, but you can come in with some luster dust. This will add a gold silver or copper sheen. I'm using gold here, and I'm going to mix it with some vodka until it runs really smooth. I have some vodka in that other cup right there. I don't have a great way of mixing it into the luster dust without kind of over diluting it. But once it is smooth, I can paint it onto any of the details on my cookie, and it can leave this gold sheen behind. It works best when you have white icing that you're painting. So if you wanted to do this on any of the pieces of your cookie, just make sure that you have white icing down. Otherwise, it'll take a few layers to cover something that's like black or brown or navy. Download the full free guide to decorate your own North Pole cookie set.